Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Pallavi's Ambrosia Wellness, Nurture Her, Wellness, Wisdom, and Worth, the podcast where we nurture midlife women to embrace wellness, strength, and grace, one episode at a time. Hi, I'm your host Pallavi Pinge, clinical nutritionist, menopause wellness coach, and your midlife companion in this transformational journey. Today is episode 45, and we are diving deep into a truth many women overlook until their symptoms scream louder than their willpower. What worked in your 30s won't work now. We are talking nutrition and how you need to rewire it for perimenopause. So, whether you're dealing with weight gain, mood swings, joint pain, or just that feeling of something's off, this episode is your wake up call and your comfort. Let's dive right in. 1. Your hormones have changed, so should your food. Remember those days in your 30s when skipping breakfast, surviving on coffee, and doing your weekend detox somehow worked? Yeah, that era's over. In perimenopause, estrogen and progesterone hormones fluctuate wildly. These hormonal changes impact how your body stores fat, manages insulin, and even regulates hunger and fullness. What used to be a harmless cheat meal every Friday, now it lingers on your waistline for weeks. What worked for your energy, now it leads to brain fog. So, first truth bomb. You're not broken, you're just evolving, and your plate needs to evolve with you. Top 5 foods you must rethink. Let's bust through a few myths. Refined carbs and sugars. You may have tolerated them earlier, but now they spike your insulin, cause inflammation, and worsen belly fat and mood swings. Time to cut back. Too much dairy? Some women notice increased bloating and acne during perimenopause. It doesn't mean cut it out completely, but listen to your body. Try fermented or lactose-free versions, especially if you know for sure that you're lactose intolerant. Low protein diets. In your 30s, you have been okay with light protein, but now you need more protein to preserve muscle mass and prevent fatigue. Aim for 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. You can go up to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight, especially if you're weight training. Alcohol. It disrupts your sleep, worsens hot flashes, and adds empty calories. I am not saying cut it out completely, but be mindful. Processed food and hidden salt. Estrogen decline can affect your blood pressure. Excess salt and processed junk can increase your risk for bloating and hypertension. So, what should you focus on? Here's what I call the perimenopause power plate. 50% vegetables, especially greens and crucifers. These help with liver detoxification of estrogen, reduce inflammation, and aid in digestion. 25% clean protein. Think paneer, tofu, eggs, legumes, fish, and chicken. Protein helps you feel full, rebuilds muscle, and supports hormone production. 25% complex carbs. Millets, brown rice, quinoa, oats. Slow burning carbs. These help stabilize blood sugar and energy. Healthy fats daily. Ghee, coconut, nuts, seeds, and avocado help lubricate joints, balance hormones, and reduce sugar cravings. Add a fermented food daily like dahi, kanji, or pickle to support your gut. Well, pickles have sodium or salt, and you need to be careful with them. 4. Timing is everything. If there's one underrated tool for perimenopausal women, it's this: meal timing. Don't skip meals, especially breakfast. We notice a lot of people skipping breakfast, so be aware of that. Eat within 60 to 90 minutes of waking up to balance cortisol, the stress hormone. Finish dinner by 7:30 p.m. if possible. Include a small protein-rich snack if you get night hunger. Your metabolism now works with rhythm, not with restriction. 5. Supplements that might help, but they aren't magic pills. Every woman is different, but some nutrients to monitor or supplement are these: vitamin D and calcium for bone health, vitamin B12, especially if you feel foggy or tired, magnesium for sleep, mood, and cramps, omega 3s for inflammation and heart health, iron and folic acid if periods are still heavy. Please test before supplementing. Don't just copy what's trending on Instagram. Always check with a healthcare professional before self-supplementation. Avoid self-supplementation and check with a healthcare provider. 6. Real talk. You're not being difficult, you're being different. You're not lazy for needing more rest. You're not irrational for feeling overwhelmed. And you're definitely not weak for needing to eat every few hours now. You're navigating one of the most profound biological transitions of your life. Give yourself grace. Give your body what it needs, not what it used to tolerate. The key takeaways here are: stop chasing your 30s. Start honoring your now. Build a balanced plate with real anti-inflammatory, protein-rich, colorful foods. Avoid fad diets. Focus on sustainability. Listen to your symptoms. They are your body's love language. There's a wrap on episode 45 of Pallavi's Ambrosia Wellness. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a few fellow women in their 40s or 50s who are silently struggling and need a voice to understand their bodies. I'd love to hear your thoughts. DM me on Instagram at eatrightwithpallavi or email me at pallavi@ambrosiawellness.com. Next week in episode 46, we are going to talk about menopause belly, why it happens and how to flatten it without starving. So make sure you subscribe and tune in. Until then, stay nourished, stay kind, and remember, this is not your downfall, this is your second spring. Take care. I'm Pallavi Pinge signing off. Until then, goodbye. Stay healthy, stay safe.